What's up, friends and fans? Jake here with a Game Explain recap. In case you missed it, in celebration of the 10th anniversary of Kid Icarus Uprising, Andre and Thomas hosted Mike Drucker, a writer and comedian who just so happened to work on the game. I'll be sharing some details from the interview, but check out the link in the description if you're curious to hear the entire discussion. To start, Mike explained that he was hired as a localization writer by Nintendo for his joke writing expertise, and that Kid Icarus Uprising was his first assignment. The work ended up being hugely collaborative as translators and writers needed to understand each other's idioms, cultural references, and tropes.
And it was always friendly. It wasn't like, explain this. It was more like, we're not sure we understand this idiom, and we'd work with our translator and explain it.
Of course, working on Uprising in particular meant that Mike worked directly under famed Super Smash Bros. Director Masahiro Sakurai, whom Mike regarded as a genius that placed immense trust in the localizers to make sure that the game was funny. Mike also mentioned that Sakurai, well, you guessed it, does not stop working. Speaking of, I wonder what he's working on now. Mike would go on to work on programs like Adam Ruins Everything and Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, but working on a game like Kid Icarus presented unique challenges. Text would have to fit in the description boxes for idols, and jokes often needed to be told in a set amount of time. Mike loved putting references to other Nintendo games in Uprising, and though he was able to reference Metroid and Nintendogs, references to Joy Mech Fight and Mario Paint did not make the cut. But Mike did let us know about one huge contribution he did make at Nintendo, though it had nothing to do with Kid Icarus. During an open meeting at Nintendo for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, ideas for names were being taken on a whiteboard, and Mike himself combined Bruce with Goose to name everyone's favorite bully, Groose. Getting back to Uprising, when asked about what makes that game so enduring after 10 years, Mike pointed to how weird and fresh it was, even for Nintendo. It was funny and had full voice acting. Mike's favorite line is Pit's infamous, "I never learned how to read!" And who could forget Pit's victory song? We know Andre couldn't.
Again today, I will go soaring through the sky. My enemies, I will dish them up in a stir fry. Gracious gods of light, watch us from up above. Wow, that was horrible.
During Mike's time at Nintendo, he also worked on Mario Party 9, spinning puns out of minigame titles. This is when he discovered what he affectionately referred to as the Nintendo Bible. A massive array of documents cataloging different characters and franchises for the sake of continuity. Inside, you'd find information about characters' relative sizes, genders, and changes over time. It's a lot like a style guide, but for the world of Nintendo.
Like, it felt like I was, like, holding, like, I don't know, like, the Ark of the Covenant. Like, it felt, like, very, like,
Mike also let us know that, at the time, Nintendo held a yearly garage sale, in which random Nintendo items from around the office were sold for charity. This sale is how Mike came to own a couple of Game Boy Advance SPs and several copies of Elite Beat Agents for the DS. Though working at Nintendo surely isn't all fun and games, it seems like they had their fair share. We learned that when Nintendo of America moved offices, the old building was set to be torn down, but not before. They promoted a company-wide paintball game for anyone that wanted to participate. That's right, it was like Splatoon in real life. Mike said that even Reggie was there, and though he did not mention if Reggie participated in the fight, you have to imagine his body was ready. For more on Kid Icarus, Mike Drucker's history with Nintendo and beyond, be sure to check out the full interview and to follow him on social media using the links below. For everything else gaming, you're in the right place. Just let us explain. We'll see you next time.